Hi everybody, I'm Amber and we're back as we play with more Dragon Age Inquisition. So glad to have you with me. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so that you don't miss any of this playthrough. So last time we were together I was running around the hinterlands like a chicken with my head cut off as I didn't know what I was doing or where to go, and there was a lot of stuff to do. So I actually took care of some of that off stream just because I realized that probably wasn't very exciting for you guys to watch me do that. So I did a bunch of side quests, nothing major, nothing main story, and we're just picking up. I'm back in Haven. We're going to talk to Cassandra because I haven't talked to her yet. We'll probably hit up each person just to make sure they don't have anything new to say, and then we'll go ahead and continue with the main story.
Ugh.
Oh, I can flirt with her? No, thank you.
Worried?
Is it that obvious?
I'm afraid so.
Did I do the right thing? What I have set in motion here could destroy everything I have revered my whole life. One day they may write about me as a traitor, a madwoman, a fool. And they may be right.
What does your faith tell you?
I believe you are innocent. I believe more is going on here than we can see. And I believe no one else cares to do anything about it. They will stand in the fire and complain that it is hot. But is this the Maker's will? I can only guess.
You don't think I'm the Herald of Andraste?
I think you were sent to help us. I hope you were. But the Maker's help takes many forms. Sometimes it's difficult to discern who it truly benefits, or how.
What's going to happen now?
Now, we deal with the Chantry's panic over you before they do even more harm. Then we close the breach. We are the only ones who can. After that, we find out who is responsible for this chaos, and we end them. And if there are consequences to be paid for what I have done, I pay them.
Not great camera
I only
angle.
pray the price is not too high.
You didn't have any choice.
Didn't I? My trainers always said, Cassandra, you are too brash. You must think before you act. I see what must be done, and I do it. I see no point in running around in circles like a dog chasing its tail. But I misjudged you in the beginning, did I not? I thought the answer was before me, clear as day. I cannot afford to be so careless again.
It wasn't like you had no reason to suspect me.
I was determined to have someone answer for what happened. Anyone. I'm curious. Do you even believe in the Maker?
I can't really say.
I suppose it doesn't matter now. I have to believe we were put on this path for a reason, even if you do not. Now it simply remains to see where it leads us.
Alright. Nice little chat, Cassandra. Okay, let's go to our journal. This is what we're working on right now. Definitely got enough power doing a bunch of side quests.
What kind of name is Charlton, anyway? Doesn't sound it.
A learned child is a blessing upon his parents
See
and
if
on
Varric
whom
wants to
they
chat.
Need something?
Ooh.
I read your Tale of the Champion, and I have a few questions.
That's a pretty common reaction. Go ahead.
Where are the rest of Hawke's associates now?
Meryl decided to look after the elves left homeless by the fighting. She's done a pretty good job of keeping them away from the mages and Templars, so far. I guess she has plenty of practice avoiding stupid human battles with her old Dalish clan. Fenris has kept himself busy, hunting down the Tevinter slavers who came south to prey on the refugees. I'm not sure exactly where he is at the moment. You can usually follow the trail of corpses, though. Isabella went back to the raiders. She's calling herself an admiral now. I
Oh.
don't know if she's actually in charge or just has a really big hat. Might be the same thing, honestly. Sebastian went back to Starkhaven. I'm sure he's boring all sorts of people there. Hawk's little brother was off on some warden business near the Anderfell's border last I knew. Aveline is still guard captain. I'm pretty sure Kirkwall would fall into the sea if she quit her job.
Really? I couldn't ask other questions?
Need something?
I read your Tale of the Champion, and I have a few questions.
That's a pretty common reaction. Go ahead.
What happened to the mage who destroyed the Kirkwall Chantry? The book never said.
He fled Kirkwall with the mages from the Circle. Stayed with them a while, but he had to move on. Somehow a lot of mages blamed him for making them live as fugitives. I don't know where he is now, and I don't want to know.
True.
There's no way Hawk really could have killed the Arashok. It would have started a war with the Kunari.
I was told later that the Kunari disavowed his actions. Apparently the Arashok didn't get permission before he attacked Kirkwall, and the Qun didn't want another exalted march. When they finally sent a ship to haul the wrecked dreadnought away, they just said, "We will never speak of this again." As far as I can tell, that's the Qun's version of an apology.
In the book, you say that first Enchanter Orsino turned himself into a giant monster made of corpses. How? Why?
Do I look like an expert on magical weirdness to you? Well, I can't tell you how. For the why, all I can say is he was desperate.
Carry on.
Alright. Getting some backstory. But I already knew that because I played the second game.
At least we've got Inquisition troops out at regular. Giving those people
See if Solus has any side things to talk
Closing the
about.
breach is our primary goal. But I hope we might also discover what was used to create it. Any artifact of such power is dangerous. The destruction of the Conclave proves that much.
You don't think whatever created the explosion was destroyed in the blast?
You survived, did you not? The artifact that created the breach is unlike anything seen in this age. I will not believe it destroyed until I see the shattered fragments with my own eyes.
We would do well to try to recover whatever created the breach.
Liliana's people have scoured the area near the blast and found nothing. Whatever the artifact was, it is no longer there. In any case, did you need me for anything?
What do you know about the Fade?
A great deal, from my wanderings. There are few hard facts, but I can share what I have learned.
I'd like to know more about the breach.
Simply put, it is a tear in the veil between this world and the Fade, allowing spirits to enter the world physically. Small tears occur naturally when magic weakens the veil, or when spirits cluster at an area that has seen many deaths. But your mark allows you to exert some control over the breach. That means it was created deliberately.
I'd like to know more about the veil.
Circle mages call it a barrier between this world and the Fade, but according to my studies in ancient elven lore, that is a vast oversimplification. Without it, imagine if spirits entered freely. The Fade was not a place one went, but a state of nature like the wind.
I don't know if I can imagine that.
Try. Imagine if spirits were not a rarity, but a part of our natural world. Like a fast-flowing river. Yes, it can drown careless children, but it can also carry a merchant's goods or grind a miller's flour. That is what the world could be if the veil were not present. For better or worse.
I'd like to know more about demons.
The Chantry says that demons hate the natural world and seek to bring their chaos and destruction to the living. But such simplistic labels misconstrue their motivations, and in so doing, do all a great disservice. Spirits wish to join the living, and a demon is that wish gone wrong.
Is there a way to coexist? To live with them? If not in peace, at least without such active confrontation.
Not in the world we know today. The veil creates a barrier that makes true understanding most unlikely. But the question is a good one, and it matters that you thought to ask.
We'll talk later.
Alright, thanks, Solar. Nice to chat with you.
I will keep the peace, while you and the others appeal to the Chantry in Val Royeaux.
Better ready yourself for the blame. You will be rightly assigned.
Great. See if Liliana.
Herald of Andraste.
There she is. I was like, where'd she go?
There were so many questions surrounding Faria's death. Did he think we wouldn't notice? He's killed Faria, one of my best agents, and knows where the others are. You know what must be done. Make it clean. Painless if you can. We were friends once.
What is going on?
Wait, what are you doing? He betrayed us. He murdered my agent. And you'd kill him, just like that. You find fault with my decision? We can't solve our problems with murder. And what would you suggest? Leave him be. Butler's betrayal put our agents in danger. I condemned one man to save dozens. I may not like what I do, but it must be done. I cannot afford the luxury of ideals at a time like this. Now is precisely the time for ideals. You feel very strongly about this. Very well. I will think of another way to deal with this man. Apprehend Butler, but see that he lives. Now, if you're happy, I have more work to do.
I did not expect to have to do something like that. Okay.
Make her watch over you.
Maker, though the darkness comes upon me, I shall embrace the light.
I will take these injury reports to
Ah, Lady Trevelyan. May I have a moment?
We can use that.
Alright, turn in some research.
Yes, Ambassador?
I'd like to discuss your parents.
My what? Oh, my parents.
You must want to know about the 7th most illustrious family in all Ostwick. Or is it 8th?
Whatever the rank, it would be helpful to claim your kinsmen as friends. What are your thoughts? Should we approach your family for their formal support of the Inquisition?
They are very religious. That's what it said in my description.
My parents are on a first-name basis with most priests in Ostwick, and I have a dozen cousins in the Chantry. When they hear I've been touched by
Don't touch,
Andraste,
don't
you'll have to
touch.
stop them from giving you money.
I'll take that as a yes. Val Royeaux has noted your lineage. It gives the Inquisition some legitimacy, although not so much as we'd hoped.
Why not?
You are from Ostwick. Our Legion nobles consider free marches quaint.
Yes, I'm playing a game. Sorry about that. Okay.
Or legions are just baffled free marchers governing themselves without an empress to hold their hands.
A peasant might get away with that insult, but not someone of your stature.
I don't know
Speaking
what
of
I'm
which,
saying because I
should
missed what
thank
she
you for
said.
your patience with the simple
My
quarters.
daughter needed a
The
hug before
accommodations in
bedtime.
Haven are surely rough for someone of
Well,
your
she's
birth.
already supposed to be in bed, but
This can't be what you're accustomed to, Ambassador.
One adjusts. I stay busy. It helps take my mind from our surroundings. And the cold. And the wildlife. And the lack of civilization for miles around. Why anyone lived here before we found Andras's ashes, I cannot imagine.
that's where I recognize it from. Haven was in the first game. It was a home to a cult.
Don't worry about me. Haven's more than livable.
Really? If that is how you feel, I'm pleased to hear it. Until next time, my lady.
Okay. I missed like half that conversation, but hopefully you guys got it. Let's see what we going on at the war table. In the perks menu, you can select perks that provide unique benefits to your party. The number of available perk points. Oh. Okay.
Any word?
Nothing yet.
Look at my power, 31. Okay, I know. 4 points needed in this category? Jeez. What do I have already? Gain a collection of tier 1 herbs. Training and spotting grants a significant increase to the discovery range of the searching action. That's kind of nice. 10% chance to receive extra herbs. Opens up new dialogue options related to the Fate or Arcane Study. Grants 50% XP for each codex entry unlocked. That's kind of cool too. Ah, yeah, okay. Inventory capacity. It's always nice. I have one more potion slot for all party members. How many potion slots do I have right now? Is this plus 50%? Is this stack? Because that would be awesome. Pay, get 10% more, receive a 10% discount. Get rare and valuable materials for crafting. Excuse me. XP herbs and killing spells. Okay, I think I really want this deft hands find tools because I already came across one of those, so I need to put points in here. So let's do this one. And let's go ahead and get ourselves some extra herbs. Okay. Perks. Let's see what we got going on in our map. Oh yes, build watchtower. So I marked the watchtowers in the hinterlands, and then now I can build them. Nobles know Redcliffe, who will gladly help if we make them an offer. My soldiers will have those towers up in short order. Who takes less time? He did. Go for it, Colin. What is this? Does this get me a different mount? I don't really care about that. It's an instantaneous thing though.
Let's see what we have.
Okay. What is this? Inquisition soldiers have gone missing. But I have... I don't understand. Is this unlocking a place to go? It looks like it. Okay. Yeah, new area unlocked. Oh my, being held up hostage. Okay, can we... Let's look at Orlais. What do we have going on over here? Ooh, present for Bianca. Okay, I think this just opens up an area. Okay. Yep, new area unlocked. Okay, just unlocking all this stuff. What is... Let's look here. Present for Bianca. Okay, Liliana can do that.
Let's see what we have.
Is this another mount? Yeah. Great. Where do I even change what my mount is? And another mount? How many of these things are there? Okay, let's, before I go to Valrayo, Let's send Josephine to gather some coin.
Let us begin.
So that everybody's got a job to do while I do this. Many Chantry clerics have declared the Inquisition heretical. Attempts to gather allies against the breach have been rebuffed, and at this moment we could not step foot into the capital without being attacked by a mob or arrested. That's great. So why are we going there? We must convince the Chantries to permit us entry into the city so we can show them the Herald of Andraste is not the monster they believe. This does not sound like we're going to have a nice welcoming party.
Having the Herald address the clerics is not a terrible idea.
You can't be serious.
Mother Giselle isn't wrong. At the moment, the Chantry's only strength is that they are united in opinion. And we should ignore the danger to the Herald. Let's ask her.
What can they do? It's just talk.
Don't underestimate the power of their words. An angry mob will do you in just as quickly as a blade.
I will go with her. Mother Giselle said she could provide us names. Use them.
But why? This is nothing but a...
What choice do we have, Liliana? Right now we can't approach anyone for help with the breach. Use what influence we have to call the clerics together. Once they are ready, we will see this through.
Alright, let's address the Chantry. Main Chantry clerics. Oh wait, didn't I read that? Yeah. Okay, we don't need to read that again. Here we go. Isabella.
The city still mourns.
Of course it does.
Just a guest seeker, but I think they all know who we are.
Your skills of observation never fail to impress me, Varric.
My Lady Herald.
You're one of Leliana's people. What have you found?
The Chantry mothers await you, but so do a great many Templars.
There are Templars here?
People seem to think the Templars will protect them from the Inquisition. They're gathering on the other side of the market. I think that's where the Templars intend to meet you.
Great.
Only one thing to do, then.
This sounds promising. Note the sarcasm.
They wish to protect the people? From us?
Protect them from the blasphemous Herald of Andraste, I'd say.
Surely they cannot think such a thing.
Why not? They wouldn't be the only ones.
You think the Order's return to the fold, maybe? To deal with us upstarts?
I know Lord Seeker Lucius. I can't imagine him coming to the Chantry's defense. Not after all that's occurred. Return to Haven. Someone will need to inform them if we are delayed.
As you say, my lady.
Am I getting XP for each of these? Sweet. I have a map here. Oh, just on the other side of this thing. There's more things to read.
Good people of Val Royal, hear me. Together, we mourn our divine. A naive and beautiful heart, silenced by treachery. You wonder what will become of a murderer. Well, wonder no more.
Great.
Behold, the so-called Herald of Andraste, claiming to rise where our beloved fell. We say this is a false prophet, no servant of anything beyond her selfish greed.
You say I am the enemy. The breach in the sky is our true enemy. We must unite to stop it.
It's true. The Inquisition seeks only to end this madness before it is too late.
It is already too late. The Templars have returned to the Chantry. They will face this Inquisition, and the people will be safe once more.
Oh my.
Still yourself. She is beneath us.
Yes, so much for that. I'm not sure which one to choose.
What's the meaning of this?
Her claim to authority is an insult, much like your own.
Lord Seeker Lucius, it's imperative that we speak with...
You will not address me.
Lord Seeker?
Creating a heretical movement. Raising up a puppet as Andraste's prophet. You should be ashamed. You should all be ashamed. The Templars failed no one when they left the Chantry to purge the mages. You are the ones who have failed. You who'd leash our righteous swords with doubt and fear. If you came to appeal to the Chantry, you are too late. The only destiny here that demands respect is mine.
What we truly need is an alliance that will seal the breach.
Oh, the breach is indeed a threat. But you certainly have no power to do anything about it.
But Lord Seeker, what if she really was sent by the Maker? What if...
You are called to a higher purpose. Do not question.
I will make the Templar order
Yeah, look at him praying in the back
against the void.
over the unconscious woman.
Recognition. Independence. You have shown me nothing, and the Inquisition less than nothing. Templars, Val Royal is unworthy of our protection. We march.
Well, that didn't go so well.
Charming fellow, isn't he?
Has Lord Seeker Lucius gone mad?
Do you know him very well?
He took over the Seekers of Truth 2 years ago, after Lord Seeker Lambert's death. He was always a decent man, never given to ambition and grandstanding. This is very bizarre.
Fortunately, the Templars aren't our only hope.
I wouldn't write them off so quickly. There must be those in the Order who see what he's become. Either way, we should first return to Haven and inform the others.
Yeah, that we failed miserably.
thorough with the message?
Scared the crap out of me. Run away. Oh, that's what I clicked it first. Okay.
I believe that messenger is trying to get our attention.
You are the Herald of Andraste, are you not? I have an invitation.
Barrick, do you mind? Okay. Anything else going on in this place? Alright, well let's see. Got a lot of shops here.
They left us. The Templars left us to the mages.
Well, what did you expect?
We should search the area.
Red handkerchief. Okay, hold on. Let me make this quest active. Whoops. Make this easier on myself. I remember this quest gets us another companion, so. Excuse me, coming through. Okay, I think it said one is on the upper market. Can we get there? Click the icons on the top. Yeah, the upper market. Here we go. Another handkerchief. So many codexes. Okay, let's go back down.
Yes, thank you. I don't know.
Oh, yes. Wonderful.
Oh, I see it. It's on foot. Travel to the meeting point.
I can't believe this.
Oh, my.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
We shall see.
With no word for heaven or for earth or...
Huh. merchant in here. I kind of cleaned up my inventory before I played though, so I don't really need to see any merchants. Unless I want to buy something. Excuse me guys. Excuse me. Just wanted to make sure there's nothing up here. Okay, let's look at the map again. We'll come back and explore the merchants later. Okay, that's a Jenny. Imperial Enchanter, I think that's a companion too. Okay, let's do this one first.
If I might have a moment of your time.
Grand Enchanter Fiona?
Leader of the Mage Rebellion. Is it not dangerous for you to be here?
I heard of this gathering, and I wanted to see the fabled Herald of Andraste with my own eyes. If it's help with the breach you seek, perhaps my people are the wiser option.
I'm surprised the leader of the mages wasn't at the conclave.
Yes. You were supposed to be, and yet somehow you avoided death.
As did the Lord Seeker, you'll note. Both of us sent negotiators in our stead in case it was a trap. I won't pretend I'm not glad to live. I lost many dear friends that day. It disgusts me to think the Templars will get away with it. I'm hoping you won't let them.
So you think the Templars are responsible?
Why wouldn't she?
Lucius hardly seems broken up over his losses, if he's concerned about them at all. You heard him. You think he wouldn't happily kill the Divine to turn people against us? So yes, I think he did it. More than I think you did it, at any rate.
The mages weren't willing to talk to the Inquisition before. Why now?
Because now I've seen what you are. And I've seen the Chantry for what it is. Consider this an invitation to Redcliffe. Come, meet with the mages. An alliance could help us both, after all. I hope to see you there. Au revoir, my Lady Herald.
Au revoir.
Come, let us return to Haven.
Yeah, just a couple little stops on the way, if that's okay, Cassandra? Fend off the guards.
It's the Inquisition's herald.
Well, they know who I am.
I somehow have forgotten how to fight in the... There we go. There, I fended off the guards. Now what? More guards, more fending. Well,
Herald of Andraste, how much did you expend to discover me? It must have weakened the Inquisition immeasurably.
I don't know who you are.
You don't fool me. I'm too important for this to be an accident. My efforts will survive in victories against you elsewhere.
Just say what?
What is that?
Squishy one, but you heard me, right? Just say what? Rich tits always try for more than they deserve.
Blah, blah, blah. Obey me. Arrow in my face. So, you followed the notes well enough. Glad to see you're
You're kind of plain, really. All that talk and then you're just a person. I mean, it's all good, isn't it? The important thing is you glow. You're the herald thingy.
Some believe I'm the Herald of Andraste. But who are you, and what's this about?
No idea. I don't know this idiot from Manners. My people just said the Inquisition should look at him.
Your people? Elves?
No. People. Name's Sarah. This is cover. Get round it. For the reinforcements. Don't worry. Someone tipped me their equipment shed. They've got no breaches. Bunch of nutters.
Why did you take their weapons?
Because they have breaches.
Oh my gosh, they literally have no pants on. This is great. That was hilarious.
Friends really came through with that tip. No breaches. So, Herald of Andraste. You're a strange one. I'd like to join.
How about we get to know each other first? You know, names and such.
One name. No, wait, two. Well, it's like this. I sent you a note to look for hidden stuff by my friends. The Friends of Red Jenny. That's me. Well, I'm one. So is a fence in Montfort, some woman in Kirkwall. There were 3 in Starkhaven, brothers or something. It's just a name, yeah? It lets little people, friends, be part of something while they stick it to nobles they hate. So here, in your face, I'm Sarah. The Friends of Red Jenny are sort of out there. I use them to help you. Plus arrows.
Interesting.
The Inquisition has spies already. Can you add to these professionals?
Here's how it is. You important people are up here, shoving your cods around. Blah, blah, I'll crush you. Ooh, crush you. Then you've got cloaks and spy kings, like this tit. Or was he one of the little knives, all serious with his little knife? All those secrets, and what gave him up? Some houseboy who don't know shite, but knows a bad person when he sees one. So no, I'm not knifey shiv dark, all hidden. If you don't listen down here too, you risk your breeches. Like those guards, I stole their... Look, do you need people or not? I want to get everything back to normal. Like you.
So who are your Friends of Red Jenny? You must know them.
Oh, it's not hard to understand if you're not trying to waste your day on it. Someone little always hates someone big. And unless you don't eat, sleep, or piss, you're never far from someone little. Doesn't always work out, but a lot of people hated this guy. Someone got a laugh, someone got even, someone got paid. And someone has to have explained to them that free help is good.
Back there you wanted to know if I glowed. Why?
That's what you do, innit? You walked out of somewhere and now you glow. Andraste's herald. True or not, it seemed like the easiest way to know it was you.
True or not?
Well, that's what they say and all. Look, don't get ahead, yeah? I want to help this... whatever it is. Inquisition.
You sound like a thief who acts out petty revenge fantasies. And that might be bad.
Oh, right. You want to prop that guy up so I can say my sorries? Bad things should happen to bad people. We find someone not so bad, maybe he'll end up not so dead. Good enough?
You say that like it's obvious, but you didn't know him.
I knew about him.
That's just rumor.
Look, I'd have been fine stripping his guards and nicking his stuff. Turns out he deserved worse. Or was him trying to kill you a good thing? Are you the baddie? Didn't think so.
Alright, let's let her join.
Alright,
She's
Sarah.
a little kooky, but I like her.
You and your friends.
Yes! Getting good before you're too big to like. That'll keep your breeches where they should be. Plus extra breeches because I have all these... You have merchants who buy that piss, yeah? Got to be worth something. Anyway, Haven. See you there, Herald. This will be grand.
Okay. She's definitely cuckoo, but let's put her in the party. So she's an archer like me, so I feel like I'm rarely ever going to take her out. Do I get to level her? Yep, 8 points to spend. Oh, she doesn't have points in anything. Can I turn her into a dagger? I don't have any daggers though, do I? I have this. I really like this. If I make her an archer, she's just gonna be just like me. Okay, let's do that. I'll get her another dagger soon. Alright, there she goes. I don't know why this is cut off. Okay. Ooh, loot. Ooh. Dagger. I'll get her a better dagger later, but at least gives her dual weapons. There we go. Alright, there was another one. This one. And then we'll go back to Haven. Excuse me. Sure you didn't want to see that.
Lady Trevelyan of Ostwick, representing the Inquisition.
By myself? Is that a good idea?
What a pleasure to meet you, my lady. Seeing the same faces at every event becomes so tiresome.
How do you even see your faces?
Of Madame de Fer. Or are you here for Duc Bastien?
Are you here on business? I have heard the most curious tales of you. I cannot imagine half of them are true.
Her outfits are ridiculous.
What have you heard about me?
Some say that when the veil opened, Andraste herself delivered you from the Fade.
I'm not familiar with that name. I was invited here by First Enchanter Vivienne.
Madame de Fer is a fond nickname the court has given Lady Vivienne.
I've heard she finds it amusing.
I've heard very little about Duc Bastien.
He hasn't been seen much at court lately.
His business with the Council of Heralds often takes him from home for long periods. It can't be good for a man of his years.
And of course, there's the Civil War. Bastien probably wishes to distance himself from the actions of his one-time son-in-law.
Tearing up the Dales in a foolish bid for power? It will end in disgrace for Gaspard. Everyone knows it.
Okay, sure.
Some of those storytellers may have gotten carried away.
but only for the best effect. The Inquisition is a ripe subject for wild tales.
The Inquisition. What a lot of pig shit. Washed up sisters and crazed seekers. No one can take them seriously. Everyone knows it's just an excuse for a bunch of political outcasts to grab power.
What is your point?
I've never made any claims to holiness. What's your point?
In front of all these people, you admit to being a pretentious usurper. We know what your Inquisition truly is. If you were a woman of honor, you'd step outside and answer the charges.
Whoa.
My dear Marquis, how unkind of you to use such language in my house to my guests. You know such rudeness is intolerable.
Madame Vivienne, I humbly beg your pardon.
You should. Whatever am I going to do with you, my dear? My lady, you're the wounded party in this unfortunate affair. What would you have me do with this foolish, foolish man? I think the Marquis has seen the error of his ways. By the grace of Andraste, you have your life, my dear. Do be more careful with it. I'm delighted you could attend this little gathering. I've so wanted to meet you. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Vivienne, first Enchanter of Montsimard and Enchantress to the Imperial Court. Is that Marquis going to pose a problem? His aunt is the Vicomtesse of Mont de Glace. Not a powerful family, but well respected. And very devout. Alphonse will be disowned for this. It's not the first time he's brought his aunt disgrace, but I'm sure it'll be the last. And after such a public humiliation, I expect he'll run off to the Dales to join the Empress's war effort. Either to make a good end, or to win back a modicum of self-respect. Your salon has certainly exceeded my expectations so far. I'm glad to keep you entertained, my dear. I wanted to meet face to face. It is important to consider one's connections carefully. With Divine Justinia dead, the Chantry's in shambles. Only the Inquisition might restore sanity and order to our frightened people. As the leader of the last loyal mages of Thedas, I feel it only right that I lend my assistance to your cause.
Just flirt with everybody.
What exactly can you do for the Inquisition? I am well versed in the politics of the Orlesian Empire. I know every member of the Imperial Court personally. I have all the resources remaining to the Circle at my disposal. And I'm a mage of no small talent. Will that do? Does that mean you'd be aiding the Inquisition from the Imperial Palace? Ordinarily, I would be happy to serve as liaison to the court, but these are not ordinary times. The veil has been ripped apart and there is a hole in the sky. It is now the duty of every mage to work towards sealing the breach. And so I would join the Inquisition on the field of battle.
All right.
You say you led the last of the loyal mages. Loyal to whom? To the people of Thedas, of course. We have not forgotten the commandment, as some have, that magic exists to serve man. I support any effort to restore such order. So you're in favor of returning the mages to the Circle, then? Where else can mages safely learn to master their talents? We need an institution to protect and nurture magic. Maker knows, magic will find neither on its own.
Okay.
Are you devout? What's your opinion of the Chantry? I was a great admirer of the late Divine Justinia V. The Chantry, at its best, unites the disparate cultures of Thedas and looks after its most vulnerable. Had she lived, Justinia could have accomplished so much. You are aware that the Chantry hasn't sanctioned this Inquisition? The Chantry is leaderless. They're in no position to officially sanction anything. Besides, my dear, if there is one virtue the Chant of Light teaches us, it is forgiveness. Once the Inquisition has sealed the breach, I'm sure the new Divine will not care in the slightest about official permission. What's in this for you? The same thing anyone gets by fighting this chaos. The chance to meet my enemy, to decide my fate. I won't wait quietly for destruction.
All right. Welcome aboard.
The Inquisition will be happy to have you, Lady Vivian. Great things are beginning, my dear. I can promise you that.
She's got nice, full, round lips. That's for sure. All right, where are we going now? Oh, back to Haven. It's like it knew I needed to be here. Oh, is Colin over here now? Now that's the man I want to be flirting with.
You there. There's a shield in your hand. Block with it. If this man were your enemy, you'd be dead. Lieutenant, don't hold back. The recruits must prepare for a real fight, not a practice one.
Yes, Commander.
We've received a number of recruits. Locals from Haven and some pilgrims. None made quite the entrance you did.
At least I got everyone's attention.
That you did. I was recruited to the Inquisition in Kirkwall myself. I was there during the Mage Uprising. I saw firsthand the devastation it caused.
Sir.
Cassandra sought a solution. When she offered me a position, I left the Templars to join her cause. Now it seems we face something far worse.
I must have this mark for a reason. It will work. I'm sure of it.
Provided we can secure aid, but I'm confident we can. The Chantry lost control of both Templars and Mages. Now they argue over a new Divine while the breach remains. The Inquisition could act when the Chantry cannot. Our followers would be part of that. There's so much we can... Forgive me. I doubt you came here for a lecture.
No, but if you have one prepared, I'd love to hear it.
Another time, perhaps.
Cute.
There's still a lot of work ahead.
Commander, Sir Raiden has a report on our supply lines.
As I was saying.
Okay, what am I even doing right now? Discuss Fiona's offer. That's the war room. Okay. Turn to the Chantry. Okay. Cassandra, you got anything more to say?
It occurs to me I don't actually know much about you.
What do you want to know?
I'm not sure. Where are you from?
I thought you knew that.
I suppose I could ask Liliana. She has collected a frightening amount of information on you. But I don't want to ask her. I want to hear it from you.
I was born in Ostwick, and that's where most of my family is.
The Trevellians, is it not? A large clan with a rather clever coat of arms. Tell me, do you consider the Free March as your home? Are you eager to go back?
I don't know.
Wherever I am is home enough for me.
That's how I feel now, after years of tending to business for the Divine.
like to get to know you better.
You would?
Is that a problem?
Not entirely. I'm just curious as to your motivation.
No motivation beyond making things between us less...
Antagonistic?
Exactly.
As you wish. My name is Cassandra Pentecost, daughter of the Royal House of Navarra, 78th in line for the Navarran throne. I joined the Seekers of Truth as a young woman, and was with the Order until they withdrew from the Chantry. I remained as the Divine's right hand, carrying out her order to form the Inquisition. And here we are. That's all there is to know, my lady.
You're a member of Navarra's royal family.
The Pentecosts are a very large clan. Half of Cumberland could say the same.
Really?
No, but it feels that way. I have hundreds of relatives so distant they need charts to prove we're related at all. And they have them. Oh yes. The Pentecosts value their precious blood like it runs with gold.
And you joined the Seekers to get away from that?
It was a life worth getting away from. The Pentecosts are famed for dragon hunting, but few actually pursue the craft. Most are fat and lazy. They pay lip service to the Maker and care only for idle pleasures and past glories. My brother was all that kept me in Navarra. Once he was gone, so was I.
Tell me about your brother.
I would prefer not to speak of Anthony. Another time, perhaps.
So you were the right hand to the Divine?
To Divine Justinia, yes. And Divine Beatrix before her, in fact. The position is normally reserved for Templars of the Knights Divine, but my circumstances were unusual.
Unusual how?
You don't know the story? Thank the Maker. I will tell you if you wish, but it isn't as exciting as some drum it up to be. The short version is that I once saved the previous Divine's life. My reward was becoming her right hand.
But what does a right hand do, exactly?
What is your hand capable of? It gives, it takes, it beckons. It makes a fist. Liliana and I extended the Divine's reach beyond the Grand Cathedral. We went where she could not. After Beatrix, I was tired of the position and wanted to return to the Seekers. But Justinia convinced me to stay. Her vision for the future gave me hope.
You thought she could really change things?
Justinia knew the war was coming long before it began. She tried to avert it, but the forces arrayed against her were too strong. Sometimes you have to break a bone so it can be reset. That's where the Inquisition comes in. It was to be the answer. A means to preserve as well as an agent for change. I only wish she had lived to see it.
All right.
Get back to work.
Let's go return to the war table. Just want to clean up those, or get those quests done.
Too many wounded. Not enough bandages to go around.
Oh, cutscene.
It's good you've returned. We heard of your encounter.
You heard?
My agents in the city sent word ahead, of course.
It's a shame the Templars have abandoned their senses, as well as the capital.
At least we know how to approach the mages and Templars now.
Do we? Lord Seeker Lucius is not the man I remember.
True, he has taken the orders somewhere, but to do what? My reports have been very odd.
We must look into it. I'm certain not everyone in the Order will support the Lord Seeker.
Or the Herald could simply go to meet the mages in Redcliffe instead.
You think the Mage Rebellion is more united? It could be 10 times worse.
Or you could stop bickering and make a decision.
I agree. We shouldn't discount Redcliffe. The mages may be worth the risk. They are powerful, Ambassador, but more desperate than you realize.
You think the invitation could be some kind of trap?
If some among the rebel mages were responsible for what happened at the Conclave, the same could be said about the Templars.
True enough. Right now, I'm not certain we have enough influence to approach the Order safely.
Then the Inquisition needs agents in more places. That's something you can help with.
In the meantime, we should consider other options. There is one other matter. Several months ago, the Grey Wardens of Ferelden vanished. I sent word to those in Orlais, but they have also disappeared. Ordinarily, I wouldn't even consider the idea they're involved in all this, but the timing is curious. That does sound odd. I agree. The others have disregarded my suspicion, but I cannot ignore it. 2 days ago, my agents in the hinterlands heard news of a Grey Warden by the name of Blackwall. If you have the opportunity, please seek him out. Perhaps he can put my mind at ease. And if he can't? Then there may be more going on than we thought.
All right. Let's get the finished quest on the table. Area is safer. Good. That's what we wanted. Got some gold. Only 94. Come on, Josephine. Could have done better than that. What's this? Champions of the Just. Choosing the Templars will make it impossible to work with the mages. Not exactly what I want to do. Ooh, got another upgrade. Okay, let's go over here. Really? Cullen's the best one to go for this? Okay. Sure. Cult of Andraste. Haven was occupied by cultists who worshipped a dragon. There may still be undiscovered passages in the mountains containing relics. With a concerted search effort, it might be possible to unearth something useful to the Inquisition. Oh, I guess Liliana is the only choice.
Let's see what we have.
And then I can either do Truth or Dare, or the chance of remains. Rumors that it was Seeker, Pentagon. And Sister Nightingale who sabotaged the Conclave. You must escape this acquaintance immediately. That's not good. Alright, Josephine, this is all you.
At your service.
Alright, and with that, I think we're going to stop for the evening. Thank you for playing along, folks. We'll pick up next time, talk to our new group members. We've got Vivian and Sarah, which we haven't talked to either of them yet. And we'll check in with Varric and Solus. And who am I forgetting? No, I checked in with Cassandra already. Maybe Liliana. See how she's doing. And then we'll just move forward. I think the next thing we need to do... Well, we have to pick between the Templars and the Mages, but I want to finish getting in touch with the rest of the companions. So there's I know there's a Kunari and then that Warden guy that Liliana was talking about. So we'll see how much we can get done in the next stream. That was kind of a lot I just listed out there, and I know some of these dialogue things take a while to get through. So we'll see what we can do. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, folks, and we'll catch you next time. Bye!